Hey lovely people, I was hoping to do this before the birds woke up and everything started being loud, but I didn't because I'm an awful person and boo hiss me. So this is my first video. Are you excited? I've got big things in the works, but I wanted to release something and hop on this bandwagon. Obviously I haven't been challenged because I've never done a video before and nobody likes me and I'm perpetually alone, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I feel like I have something poignant to say, which doesn't everyone, but maybe I do. Maybe some feminists will listen and go, it'd be nice and it'd be really helpful, because I was a feminist. I was the worst kind of feminist. I was that blue-haired, shrill, shrieking banshee, and God, I look back on that with such disdain for myself. But we live and we learn, and we all make mistakes. Like, some people had a mullet as a kid. Like, at least it wasn't a mullet, I guess. So my message to feminists is that you stopped me from reporting my rape. Not you personally, but your diatribe did. So when I was 15, bad shit happened, and I went to find support, and I was met with a slew of, you won't be believed. They'll ask you what you were wearing, if you were drinking. They'll ask you all these questions that have nothing to do with what happened to you. And you won't be believed, and everyone will victim blame you. And I was so scared, like I was so mentally exhausted by the experience already, that I decided that it wasn't worth it. And like, I do carry that guilt. Like, I sometimes sit up at night and think, like, what if that guy has done this to someone else? Like, what if me not reporting that was the reason that some girl went off the deep end and killed herself? Or, you know, all these horrible thoughts you have. Like, I guess it's survivor's guilt in a sense. But I think about that a lot, and I think about how many women that this might have affected. I think about how many men this could have affected, because, like, you compare the numbers and they're pretty bang on the same. And I became this perpetual victim because of feminism. I became a person so stunted in, like, self-reflection that anything bad that happened in my life, I would just blame on other people, on other things, on systemic sexism or systemic racism, because, like, I look pretty white, but I'm ethnically ambiguous, I guess. So I blamed everyone else but myself, and I never, until I hit about 18, 19 and I started to stray away from feminism, never really self-reflected, never really saw things I did as something that might be my problem, might be my shortcoming as a person. And once I started to do that, I realised how negative and counterproductive feminism is now. Like, we did great things. Like, don't get me fucking wrong, we got the vote, we got contraception, we got legal abortions. Like, all these things are fantastic and have helped society progress. But when you put something on a pedestal and you give them preferential treatment, when equality finally starts to happen, people feel like they're being oppressed. And I feel like this is what's happened with feminism. Like, things like the wage gap, like, it doesn't exist. It's just how long you work, how hard you work. And if you're not willing to work hard in a field that pays well, it's not anyone's fault but you. A PS to the love note to feminism and feminists as a whole is reflect. Look inwards. Look at yourself. Look at what you could have done wrong. Because no, not everything is your fault. And sometimes life is just shitty and bad things happen. But 9 times out of 10, you had something to do with your failings. You could have done something differently. And until you learn to look inwards and to see what you might have done that might be the cause to where you are now, to you being unhappy or unfulfilled. Because I can tell you one thing, I was never fulfilled as a feminist. I was constantly bitter and angry. I couldn't, like, I hated men to the point where I was always a daddy's girl. I was basically raised by my dad, and even he, like, I didn't want him around me. I was like, men are all toxic and disgusting, and like, to have that mindset is just so exhausting. It's just so exhausting to find fault in everything, but not yourself. And sometimes it's good. It's good, feminists. It's good. It's good to look at yourself and go, this behaviour of mine is really crappy, and then do something about it. Because once you do something about your crappy behaviour, more people want to be around you. You're happier. You're more fulfilled. Those goals in life you thought were impossible aren't anymore. Because you looked inwards. So I guess my message to you is that you need to look inwards. And feminism touts that it's about self-love. But if you're so willing to be a perpetual victim, if you're so willing to see yourself as so low, to see the fact that there are laws in place that mean you earn the same as men, there are laws in place to say you can't be discriminated against, and if you are, you can take those people to court. If you genuinely feel there's an injustice against you, you can take that to court. But you see yourself as such lowly things, as such worthless things, that you are not worthy of what the law already mandates your worth. It's either that, or you're just purposely being divisive and harmful. And it affects women. It affects real women, like daughters and sisters. Like, you think about you at 14 and how impressionable you were. And if someone who you thought knew everything, who you thought had their shit together, told you that you were going to be a victim for the rest of your life, and no matter how hard you worked, you were going to fail because the system was stacked against you, would you even have bothered trying? If you want to have feminism, then have it. But feminism should be about empowering women. Feminism should be about women are this capable of doing this and pushing them up, because we don't have laws, we don't have legal repercussions to just being a woman anymore. But the societal issues I see facing women are all caused by you. You cause all of the issues I see that affect women now. So you've gone completely against what you once stood for, the betterment of women, the empowerment of women. You've made women weak victims. You've made them that stereotype that you once spoke out against. So I guess be proud of yourself for that, because you did achieve something. It's just exactly the opposite of what you wanted, unless that's what you wanted. And then feminism really is as evil and disgusting as most people make it out to be. Just look inwards, have some self-respect, and see what you're doing that affects real lives. This isn't a fucking game. This isn't this isn't a few tweets on Twitter. These are real people's lives. This is real life. This isn't a game. This isn't a Salon article. This is real life. What you do has real repercussions. I don't think you grasp that what you do is like a drop in an ocean. And you may not think it makes a difference, but it does. Because I didn't report the guy that took advantage of me. Maybe there's a dead person out there. Maybe it happened to someone else who wasn't as mentally strong as I was, and who killed themselves. And all because you tweeted, rape survivors are never believed. What you say has real life repercussions. What you do has real life repercussions. So please think. Please see what you're doing has effects. And just be better people. Because I know most of you people just want equality. And the way we get equality is we don't drag everyone down to the lowest person's level. We pick each other up and we get better. What you say and do has effects in the real world. So be good to people. Well, thanks for listening, guys. I'll have a couple of videos out soon, bigger and better and more flashy, with actual production value of £2.50. So I look forward to seeing you very soon, and have a lovely day. Bye.